This week, David wants to see millions of people die. Chloe obsesses about meat juices. And I apparently said nothing funny. We've been trying to work this out. We've been talking about it for the past 15 minutes, trying to work out, did I actually say something funny? Turns out, maybe not. Don't know. You'll have to listen and find out. So let's strap down. Let's strap in. And let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Well, the bit that freaked me out is like, because Daryl said, well, if you don't wash it out straight away, it goes really bad quickly and stinks. So I thought, well, it's got to be meat, because if you don't like put it in the fridge or something, then it's...
Wait, what are we talking about?
Protein.
Meat juices.
Meat juices.
What are we talking about?
Sorry.
That hasn't answered the question, which I thought... I'll be
Protein.
honest with you.
Basically, what protein
confirmed.
is.
It's man fat. That's what that is.
Jesus Christ.
I think
Is it just
is a word that I would blur. Sorry, not blur, bleep.
Was it really?
So and blur. Sorry, muh.
Timo,
Blur?
I'm
Did
the
you
wrong
log
way.
in at the wrong moment, or did you log in at the right moment, Timo?
So yeah, so I will. Yeah, I bleep, and I'll bleep the word and of course.
Why? I still don't get why. It's fucking.
Oh, it's
so
a joke.
stupid.
It is a
Just for a
total.
joke.
Here's the thing: only you guys know that I actually bleeped this word. Okay, because you guys don't realize that I bleeped it. I just bleep it because of shits and giggles, and because every time someone actually says the word, I put a little marker on it. I got to make sure because nobody knows. It's like a bit of it's like an Easter egg or something. You know what I mean? I'm like,
What are
so,
we
so
blaring?
somebody actually has to figure out what is being bleeped. That doesn't make any sense why that word got bleeped. What is that word? So yeah, it's a little joke for me.
So that...
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Right, it's just us.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do next
Is it not
Friday.
working?
No, we're gonna do it next Friday. Apparently, they've started loading it, and they are being very aggressive about it. Like they're ramming it into the headboard and shit. So he's like,
Yeah, that's very common. that means it's gonna be very quick. Usually when they're being very aggressive like that, it's just like
So what David's trying to say is bouncing is good.
bouncing is good. Yeah, because that means you don't have time for a nap. Because if I go back for a nap and all of a sudden it's bouncing like crazy, I'm like, all right, well this is gonna be quick. No time for a nap. You know, because they're a lot of time when they do bounce, it means they're going extremely fast and they're picking it up really quickly and they're shooting out really quickly, and that means 20 pallets later, done.
What are we talking
Time
about
to go.
again?
Yeah, where are you going with this?
He's
He's
bouncing up and down.
Again.
So
He's
bouncing
bouncing
up and down and shooting out
bouncing-
really quick.
when they're unloading the trailers. Because most of the time
the
when you guys
trailers,
back
right.
up, when you're backed up to a dock and they're actually taking.
I
this
never
product
heard
out
David state
from
he's at
a
work.
dock. What?
Yeah. I never heard you state you're in the lorry. I don't know what you're doing.
I went into the
No.
back. I usually say when in the sleeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could be
Right.
another word for something.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
And we'll start. And we'll kind of get into the whole.
I've
We'll
heard it
actually get
called
into
many
which.
things, but never
We've
that.
already started, dude.
Oh, we already started. All right.
You
okay.
don't think I'm going to put this in before you do your spiel?
Oh shit! What were we talking about? Oh my god!
You
Let
were being
people guess.
racist.
Are we getting cancelled? Is
No.
that what's going to happen?
No, it's
No,
fine. It's
it
just
won't.
gonna be
We
another
won't.
one of those.
No one-
Let's start
one's
the
gonna see
episode.
it.
Man juice.
Let's start the episode. Right. Okay. Let's do it. Hello, this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friends, co-hosts, and people that I tolerate. We have
Hey.
David. Hello,
How are you
David.
doing?
Wow,
I'm good.
You are on it today.
I know,
like
right?
It. I like
Feeling
it.
pumped.
Pumped? Yeah.
Must be
Did
my
we
protein
use the word
shakes.
pumped? Pumped? Is that not like
Pumped.
from the 90s? So what?
Well,
I think of like
We can be.
Uh,
we can feel pumped. There was
A lot of stuff
energy.
ends up coming back.
There was,
coming- Don't forget Chloe, because we could probably end up
oh, we also have
forgetting
Chloe
to
as well.
introduce her. Yeah, Chloe.
Yeah.
too.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's
Hi.
going on?
Yeah.
But
Hey.
before we start, because what happens is that we get into a rant, and then 45 minutes later, we
Oh, yes,
haven't done
yes.
any housekeeping. All right. But the first major housekeeping that we got to do is that we got to thank our patrons. All right.
Damn right
We
we do.
have Trucker Marty, we have Colin Finley, we have Timo, and we have Niall Reese. And our newest member is Joe Rodwell, who is our first mega supporter. So here's to all the horns. Boop, boop. But anyway,
All the horns.
I like it.
Oh,
The
well,
horns.
like
Yeah,
bands and
he's
whistles.
like singing pose.
You know the air horn?
He's doing... Wait, what sort of air horn are we doing?
I thought you were going to go for like the horns, like the trumpet, like that sort of thing.
no.
Why would he do that when we're trucking
at a-
podcasts?
That's a
I know I should do a
yeah.
but no,
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
that's
that
what it
does
should
make
be.
sense, man.
yeah, I know that's what it should be. But what ended up happening
Sorry.
is, at a rave, you got that noise, that the air horn.
Doing the rave noise.
Yes.
That's the
See,
most
it's not trucking
obnoxious
related,
noise
then.
you could possibly use.
Well, that's the one That's the one I'm gonna use. I haven't
Why?
done it yet.
But why is that the one? And also as well, why is Timo the one that gets the proper like? I feel like he got a
Dixon
lot
horn.
more of a shout
Oh,
out. He
he did.
He was
He
almost,
did.
He was aggressive in the way.
Forgive
he got
me.
shouted out.
Me. Okay, we actually, me and Tom and Timo actually play a construction construction simulator together. Every
Oh
day.
no! Don't tell people
so
that.
There's
Why would you
favoritism in there.
Why would you tell me
By the way,
that?
you never showed up for work yesterday. We had to finish that train station by ourselves.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
don't you judge
Whoa.
me. Don't you
Showing
shame
up
me.
at work? What, like the what have you guys set up like your own little company on there or something?
Listen,
Yeah, it's our own
we're
co-
dorks.
You have
We're
not.
truck drivers.
Oh my actual god! Can I play? I feel
fucking
left
said that.
out.
You get to
you can play.
you get to control all equipment, like especially the excavator. Like what one do you suck at?
David, we're not sponsored by these
one
people.
second. I can
We
hear.
can.
We can't
I
talk
can
about
hear
it.
people leaving the. Yeah, we're losing people. We're losing.
I think it's awesome. I've always wanted to run an excavator,
Yeah,
and
I
you get
love
to
it.
run an excavator. And it's what's really difficult is pouring concrete. That's
God damn it is.
that was ridiculous. Again,
Yeah,
you're
it
just
is.
going to have to watch. Yeah, we really should create an actual video of
Are
us
you
playing
guys
this
gonna
game
like?
because
Yeah,
we're-
can you live stream this for other
We
people?
were thinking about doing that, weren't
Yeah,
we?
just
or
do
at least
it.
editing it to where it's entertaining. Because sometimes live streams
I
can
like
be
the
very
live.
boring.
To be honest with you, I like the live streaming idea.
Yeah.
So
Some
if
live
anybody
streaming,
wants to
see
watch
what
us
people
live
think.
stream, please put in the comments somewhere.
Yeah.
Live stream
podcast.
the most
Yeah.
boring game you can. As boring as you think it is that boring. But
Well, it might.
but
yeah.
we don't do it very. we're idiots, so that makes it entertaining. Yay!
Yeah, and
Jesus
sometimes
Christ.
the trucks end up on a tree. Because
Yeah, for truck drivers, we don't do a very good job on it.
Truck
Right?
drivers that
Should
can't
we
drive,
please
right.
not lose our people?
we're not
and-
losing them.
Well,
not
we're
losing them.
losing people. We're losing
All right.
people.
Today
Um,
is St. Patrick's Day. So obviously you guys are watching this on a Monday, or some of you guys might actually be watching this on a Sunday if you're watching the YouTube, because usually I have it out on YouTube on a Sunday. But on Monday, well, actually Monday will be my birthday. Haha.
Was it really? Oh,
Yay.
It
happy
will be,
birthday
yeah.
for Monday. I'll still wish
Gosh.
you happy birthday.
God,
as
has
well,
that been a whole year that we gave you like a video last year? We'll have to
I
dig
know,
it back
right?
out and send it to you
but- Oh my
again.
God, yeah. We can recycle that shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
God damn, it does not feel like that long since we did that video. But anyways, most people don't know what we're talking about. Right, go on.
We'll post it on Monday. on.
Yeah, no, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. That's
Oh, is
exciting.
that's it? It's not
That
a
was it.
topic.
There's no bells and whistles to that one then.
I thought this was going to be like a David
Yeah, I
story
thought it was
where
a
it
big
ends
lead-
with like,
lead up.
and then this happened, and that's
I'm out on the
that's
piss
how
tonight, and this
Yeah.
massive accident and explosion happened. No,
No,
and that's how it ended up in a sort of set
St.
of
Patrick's
James
Day
Bond.
is like in America? Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no.
clearly.
There was no way
I kind
was
of
going.
wonder,
That was
like,
rubbish.
how does England celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Like everyone goes out drinking, or all the Irish pubs?
think
Absolutely.
Not
it's
like
a day,
not
wasn't
like in
it?
America.
Yeah,
No,
in
it's
America,
not
it's
they
like-
go
yeah.
mad for it.
they do. Like I just dropped my kid off at daycare,
And-
and every single person had green on, and they were doing shamrock shapes and everything, and it was just it was like, yeah, it's pretty epic.
See, we had Red Nose Day today, so the kids were all red. Completely opposite.
Oh, fair enough. Cool.
Was it?
I like it. What's Red
Well,
Nose
wait.
Day again? Remind me of that. Is that like a Live Aid or something, or is that like a?
Kinda.
You weren't run around in red stuff with red hair and
I
noses.
know Lenny Henry. It was basically like, was it Lenny Henry?
I thought you did Children in Need. Or maybe I don't know. They've all done it, haven't they?
I don't think so. Lenny Henry, I'm sure he
Have
did.
you not? You know what I was thinking the other day. Does anyone sit and watch Children in Need anymore? Do you remember the days when you were little and that was literally every year the family would sit by that? Would you do that?
Yeah, it is. Lenny Henry, Red Nose Day, comic relief.
Oh, okay.
It's basically the only thing he does now. Oh, and he also advertised his like travel lodge, is it, or something? Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
hotel chain.
Did
As
you
an
know Lenny
advert.
Henry was in the new Lord of the Rings thing? That one.
What?
That Lord of the Rings TV show on Prime, Amazon Prime. Lenny
Was he
Henry.
really?
What the
He's actually one of the main
rings?
What's he
characters.
doing?
He's one of the main characters. He's actually one of the Hobbit-looking guys. He's like the leader of the Hobbit-looking guys.
Oh,
Lenny Henry.
yes, he is. No way. I know who you mean, and I didn't even acknowledge that.
Yeah,
What?
That's amazing.
because it was driving me crazy. I was looking at him like, I've seen him before. Where
It
do
was
I know him
driving
from?
me crazy.
You know, and I haven't
didn't know
seen
where I
Lenny
knew him
Henry till the
from.
Lenny Henry show, by the way. And like, he was out. He didn't exist for me for the last 20 years. And
Rings
but
of
anyway,
Power.
yeah.
Well, the only thing,
The Rings of Power.
the only
yeah.
thing I think I thought he did was them adverts. And let's have a quick look here, right? Could I go IMDb? We'll actually just search him right now.
I did not even realise that was him.
Has he actually
That's
done stuff? This
crazy.
is blowing my mind.
Yeah,
I just
he's
thought,
in another. He is in another show too. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, oh yeah, he's there too. I'm like, he's all over the place. You know, now that I saw the IMDb on him, I'm like, oh yeah, don't know
God
why I missed that one.
damn.
He looks different though, doesn't he? He doesn't look like what he used to look like.
Well, yeah. I
Do you know what I mean?
Wait,
Oh, but I
he's
mean,
in
he
Harry
did wear a-
Potter.
Wait,
No. Who's he?
Hold
in?
on,
He's in
hold on a
Harry
second.
fucking Potter.
they had a
No,
black
which
guy on Harry
one?
Potter.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Wait.
He was all right. It was the shrunken head, which that doesn't look great.
That's
It's a bit
right.
racist.
That's
Oh,
It's a
right.
little
yes.
bit racist,
He goes,
isn't it?
Coming
How
down,
is that
Ernie.
racist?
But
It's
that's not
honestly-
the only. It's the only black character. Is it not? Is it anyone
No,
else?
Kingsley Shacklebolt. He's black as well.
Wow.
Is
yeah,
he the
it's,
shrunken head in the big bus?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Slow
yeah,
it
yeah.
down, Ernie. All that sort of stuff.
He was
Yeah.
very good. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
right.
now. I didn't realise that was him though. It's still the Hobbit one that's got me, but I think
Oh,
it was
don't
the
for- hey,
fact he
there's
had
also-
a giant beard and
He's in The
You know-
Witcher.
Is he in The
He's
Witcher?
in The Witcher. In Doctor Who. He's in.
I remember him in Doctor Who.
Broadchurch.
That's right, Broadchurch.
God
yes,
almighty.
I
Broadchurch.
love Broadchurch.
I
like we-
thought he
yeah.
died.
You thought Lenny Henry had died,
Well, I hadn't heard anything from him. I just assumed.
and now you just realise he's everywhere.
He's been doing loads of stuff. This has blown my mind. This is truly blown my mind. Premier Inn. He did. Yeah, adverts for Premier Inn. It's one of the, thanks to one of our Patreons there, doing the work of Nessa, who will be with us, but she's
Eventually.
working, isn't she?
So we got a Patreon
Yeah.
that we're just is paying us to do this, and then we're making him do research.
Because community, possibly
Yeah.
something like that.
Right, have we actually got a
Right.
topic? Where are we going with
Well,
this?
apparently we've literally just gone off on a tangent about Lenny
got a-
Henry. That's what we've done.
I've got a topic.
Go on
So
then.
I don't know why I've been binge watching disaster movies. I don't know. I started watching.
Right. No. I want you to explain what sort of films you've been watching. The way you explained it this afternoon, because we've
Was
so to
not
explain,
disaster movie.
we have a chat where we can all talk, where we just kind of chat throughout the day, and we'll talk about upcoming stuff. And David's already told us about this. And
Yeah.
We know
that's
what's
not
coming.
how you explained it. Was
No,
it like
you have to explain it properly.
I think what he'd said was something along the lines of, I like the films where lots of people die.
No, millions. I like the movies where
Millions of
millions
people
of
die.
people die instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's how you said it. And there was
Yeah,
no explanation of what film. It's just I like the film with people dying.
It was only
It's great.
after. It was only after when I pointed this out to you. You were like, "Oh yeah, that doesn't sound good, does it? That does sound quite genocide."
Yeah. I don't know. I was going over the movies that I was kind of watching, right? So I actually ended up watching because I'm on HBO, and I started for some reason. I saw a TikTok video where there was a little clip on was it something the Tom Cruise one with the day after with tomorrow where he can see
Oh, day after tomorrow.
the day. Is it the day after tomorrow?
The day after tomorrow
Is that
with the big
with
robot
Tom
things.
Cruise?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the day after tomorrow.
yeah.
Oh
They
my God.
redid it. They redid the day after tomorrow, and that is the one with Tom Cruise. Have you not seen that, Tom? That's a good film, actually.
I had a list.
Tom Cruise.
Did you guys delete my
Yes.
list?
No.
You guys totally deleted my list.
The
Where
Day
did my
After
list go?
Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
The Day After Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. Yes, it is a
He's
true
not in
story.
that film.
No, it's not The Day After Tomorrow. Oh no,
It's
it's
not.
the
The Edge of Tomorrow.
that's the one.
Got it.
No, it's not. No.
It is The Edge of Tomorrow.
So, yeah, but she's talking about the ice film where everything freezes and they've got
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm thinking
the
of the other
limo.
one.
The limo.
Oh my god.
I'm still not going. I don't think Tom Cruise is in that. I definitely watched the whole thing. I quite liked it. It was terrible. That and 2012. They were
I'm
both
thinking
awful,
of-
awful
So
films.
hold on. No, you don't get to skip to that part. Anyway, so I was so I started watching.
I'm thinking of the War of the Worlds.
Fuck's sake.
No, that was
fuck's
actually last
sake.
night's movie.
Oh,
Alright.
I do apologise. I'm out of shout.
So,
Sorry.
I just been
Sorry.
binge watching disaster movies, and I kind of like, you know what? I do love the movies where, now these are natural disaster movies, where I like, but of course, like the War of the Worlds is aliens taking over, so that's not quite natural disaster, but it's still very entertaining. But
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like
Lots
the
of people die
natural
in it.
disaster is where the millions to die immediately, you know. And that's okay, like in 2012. All right, for some reason,
I love that
there's-
film. John Cusack.
when they fly over Los Angeles area, and all of a sudden you see the
You've not seen it.
the plates.
No,
You
I
haven't
said
seen
not Tom Cruise.
Oh.
No, not Tom Cruise.
Because you said Tom Cruise in this. Yeah, John Cusack.
John Cusack is
John
in
Cusack.
2012.
I like it.
Yeah, but but how instantly, you know how in Sydney the opera house falls down, and basically it's just or LA just goes under. There's just, I don't know, for some reason that's very entertaining to me. Watching
I
millions of people
appreciate
die.
what you're saying. I appreciate what you're saying, but there is the best one is Volcano.
So Volcano is with
What was
Tommy
that?
Lee Jones, correct?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
classic.
But
yes,
millions of
that is
people
a
don't
great
die
film.
in that one, so it's like,
I
okay.
know the death count is a lot lower, but that one guy that jumps out the back of the train and then melts in the lava, that's horrific.
It turns
That's
out
really
that that's
bad.
not very
I-
factual.
What?
Yeah, possibly.
Because it doesn't happen that way. When he jumped out, it should have
Pretty
hurt.
sure
and
it
all
did.
that kind of-
I watched
because
the
you could-
film.
Yes, Tom. You watched it because that's very factual. You can actually run on
Tommy
that
Lee
shit.
Jones in it. It was fairly accurate, I think.
I know, but I think I don't know. I was watching some science show, and basically it was like myths or whatever. And like, okay, well, what movies were factual? But that's like, yeah, that's actually not how it's supposed to happen. Yeah.
What would happen if you jumped into lava?
I think you would die pretty instantly.
That's
I wouldn't
what
say
I thought.
you don't melt like the way he did. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I probably should have. In hindsight, I would like to go back 20 seconds and not mention that. Yeah.
We don't know the
What's
answer.
Because I'm
is-
sounding like a complete moron right now because I actually can't remember exactly what the facts. I just remember how
Can-
no, that's not. That's
Can
not
we get
true.
someone
The one-
in chat to go and search for us? What happens if you jump in lava? We need to know what happens if you jump in lava.
What's the film with Pierce Brosnan in? That one where it's
Dante's
like a
Peak.
volcano as well. Fucking that's it. I love that film.
Dante's Peak.
Yes.
Yeah, Dante's
I
Peak.
love
I thought it was.
that film.
I thought it was Timothy Dalton, but it's Pierce Brosnan. I always get those two James Bonds mixed up.
Oh, there you go,
But-
Timo. The extreme heat would probably burn your lungs and cause your organs to fail. The water in the body would probably boil to steam, all while the lava is melting the body from the outside. Nice.
God,
It's
I
not a
would have
great
butchered
way to
reading that.
die.
I'll
Well,
be
good-
honest with you guys.
good reading.
I regret asking for that information. That
So
is
in
horrific.
Dante's Peak is the old lady. She pushes the boat, doesn't she? She jumps like in the acid water and like
that's
burns.
right.
Yeah, I
I've
felt
not
so
seen.
bad for
Apparently,
her.
I've not seen
Because they
Dante's
couldn't
Peak.
make
Is this
it.
a proper disaster
Oh,
film.
You
Yeah.
need to watch Dante's Peak.
I
It's
think
so
it,
good.
actually what it is. It's actually. I think it's based off Mount St. Helens in Washington
Yeah,
State.
I think you're right. It's
And,
based off an actual volcano like incident,
yeah.
isn't it?
Like if I go,
That's
if
so
I,
good.
I can actually see that mountain. Not exactly where I live, but if I just go like a mile, I can see that mountain. Yeah, I've been to that mountain so many times, Mount St. Helens, because it's like the closest mountain to me. But anyway, yeah, there you go. No, but
Well, would you like Day
I'm
After
gonna have to check
Tomorrow?
this film out.
yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
you should. I can't believe you've never seen it. It's
Um,
like I like the film Twister as well. That's a bit of a disaster movie,
I
but it's
love
not as
Twister.
good.
Of course,
But
you
I love
do.
that film.
Love Twister. So there's definitely quite a few deaths in that though, and the flying cow.
Possibly.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, the
Yeah,
flying cow was a good bit.
you ended up putting the flying cow in one of your blogs.
I did, yeah.
That was
I did for it. I had to go in there. That just had to go in there. Surprised I never got a copyright strike for that. I was
Oh,
genuinely
Quick second,
expecting
wasn't
it.
It wasn't
Really?
long.
So I watched Moonfall as well. Moonfall, I feel like, is one of the newer ones. It's with
Who's that got
Sam
in it?
Sam Tarly from Game of Thrones. I don't know what his real name is, but he'll always be
I
Sam.
think I've seen
Isn't
it.
it Sam? No, Sam Tarly. Is Sam Tarly from Lord of the Rings or is he from Game of Thrones?
I have no
Tarly,
idea.
yes, Tarly. I know it. Whatever, he's in it. But that's a good one. I really enjoyed that. You know. But of course, The Day After Tomorrow. It's the natural disasters where the world just turns against everybody, and I wouldn't say millions of people die, but billions of people die.
What is it you like about it though? Like other than
I
people
don't know.
dying.
I was just
which
about to
we've
ask the question,
learned You're
what-
a bad person as it is. That's fine.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Would you
don't
like the
know.
reality, and then you think, oh, what would I do in that situation? Or do you just like seeing what
It
might
is
happen?
interesting. I have thought about, what would I do in certain situations, and but a lot of the time I'm just like, well, in order to be as lucky as John Cusack in 2012, which is never going to happen. But I don't know.
I always like
interesting.
working out if I'd survive. Like, in The
Yeah.
Kingsman,
Yeah.
which technically counts as a disaster film, although in the second film, never mentioned that a lot of people died. A lot of people.
What,
Huge
how did
amount.
they die
Important
in the
information.
Kingsman? The first,
That's
you're talking
right,
about the
so
first
they-
one.
So spoiler warnings for The Kingsman if you haven't watched it, but which you definitely should do. But basically, like a billionaire, it's basically a Elon Musk type makes a SIM card and gives it out to everyone, and so basically for free. So you get free internet, free calls, free text forever, basically. But the SIM card, it does something to your phone, and it makes basically you go absolutely nuts, and then
Yeah, you go
want to kill
violent.
anyone that's you want to kill anyone that's near
Oh.
you. But I figured out I would survive because I'm
you're so
locked in a
tall?
contract. No, I'm locked in a contract. So's my missus. Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
we're not going to have one of these
Oh,
phones, right? 'Cause we're locked in a
internet.
contract.
I
Yeah,
know the bit you mean.
so
Yeah, yeah.
there's no need to switch. And the reality is, we don't go anywhere because we're antisocial. We'll just stay here. That'll be fine.
You'll be alright.
That's yeah.
What have any
right.
of you guys seen? It came out 2021. Called The Tomorrow War.
The Tomorrow War.
Chris
What's
Pratt
it
in
about?
it.
Yes, I have seen that. He has to
Yeah.
get, he goes into the future to fight a battle.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
coming
that.
their
It was
way.
on-
Actually good.
It was on Amazon Prime.
I
It's
quite
fine.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was
You know?
easily watched. It wasn't like the best film in the world, but it was quite like if you
was
like disaster
watchable.
movies, it was
Yeah,
quite good.
If
yeah.
Chris Pratt wasn't in it, I wouldn't have watched it.
yeah,
and
no, I
because-
probably wouldn't have if it wasn't Chris Pratt.
Do you ever go down the rabbit hole on Netflix or one of these streaming services with the really bad movies that doesn't have any, I mean, it has
Well,
the
like
most corniest,
Sharknado.
exactly like Sharknado, but that actually became popular. But there's so many movies like that out there where
I think
just
Sharknado, when
ridiculous.
it was originally made, it was a very self-aware film. There is, for those people who like listen to lots of podcasts, there is another podcast called "How Did This Get Made?" And it's actually one of the older podcasts, one of the oldest podcasts on the thing. It's
Ooh.
started off on the Zune. It was
Wow.
a Zune
Zune?
exclusive.
Microsoft's Zune. They were
Yeah.
the
Remember them?
competitor of it was an MP3 player. It was just
Do you
like
do
the
you
iPod.
remember the iPod?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
basically Microsoft's version of the iPod. It was
Oh.
quite good, but it just wasn't as good as the iPod, unfortunately. So, yeah. But basically, it
Hang on,
started
what's
off on
that?
that. And what they do is they review shit films. So they'll watch. You can watch the film beforehand. They'll let you know what the film's going to be, and then you listen basically to what they're talking about. And it's got one of my favorite actors. It doesn't do much. It doesn't do much in TV and film, but you listen to him. But Jason Mantzoukas, who he's fucking so funny. He's so funny. He's in like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he's in like the new John Wick and stuff like that. But he's only as a side
Which
character
guy?
in John Wick. He's like a crazy person outside
Okay, fair enough.
He usually plays like unhinged characters.
It's one of those.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's fucking so funny. So funny. But yeah, basically that's what they do, and it is really good. Like there's a lot of good films. But that's
Okay.
what we're going to start doing now. Watching a shit film each week.
Yeah.
And listen to the podcast afterwards. It's gonna be fun. Yeah.
What?
It makes
As
sense.
in
Join
we
in with
us,
their
or you
podcast.
and you and your girlfriend?
Me and my girlfriend.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well,
I
we
thought you
can
meant
all
we'll
do
it.
it.
I was
We
like,
can all do it. Well, we
I
can.
ain't
We can all
doing
do
it.
it.
Yeah, just give
Oh,
us the
yeah, fuck
movie,
yeah.
and we will let anybody who is on Patreon know what movie we're going to watch too. See,
Well,
that's
it's
me.
for a separate podcast. We can watch it
Well,
as well and review
I
it.
think
as
it's
well.
going to be Dante's Peak this week, isn't it? Tom, you want to watch
Oh, we
Dante's
definitely
Peak?
need to watch that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds like I
you
need to
watch
watch
that.
that film.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
a pretty good
good.
one.
I love that. I love that.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah. Now,
love
there's
that.
different types of disaster ones. You got Alien, all right. You got zombies, basic, and then Apocalypse. All right. There's so many disaster ones where millions of people die.
Polyps?
Apocalypse.
Oh,
Apocalyptical.
see, I don't like the
Apocalypse.
apocalypse ones because they're zombies. I don't like that scenario.
Well, oh right, when you say Alien, as in like not the film Alien.
No, well, you can't. Well, Alien. That's
No,
okay.
just
You,
like aliens. in
you could have a
general.
couple of different categories of alien movies. You could have alien invasions where they invade Earth,
Yeah. Mhm.
and you could have the ones where you're in space. In Star
Independence Day.
Trek.
Independence Day.
Yeah, yeah, Independence Day. Like
Yeah,
seriously,
Independence Day. Have you watched
what
the new
I
one?
love, that is on my list of stuff to watch in the next week is Independence Day because millions of people die. And you know how much I love when people die.
Yay!
For
in
ages, I
the-
thought that's why it was Independence Day.
Say that again.
What?
Well, because it's an actual real day, isn't it? Independence Day.
Yeah, 4th of July.
Yeah.
I thought that's why it actually was Independence Day.
Well, it is.
What? Because of the aliens?
Well, no,
Well,
right.
again,
So
Is
So
it just
they-
basically a
they
big
declare
metaphor for
inde-
Independence Day?
to an extent, they
'Cause
kind of
that's
declare
aliens.
independence from but
Yeah.
the aliens haven't really properly taken over by that point. They're just trying to, but it's on the 4th of July, so it's Independence Day. That's why it's called it.
because today
Oh,
we
okay. So it is
celebrate
actually Independence Day.
Ah,
our
Independence Day,
and
It's
that's
a
where you get the
really good
goosebumps.
speech.
You're gonna get goosebumps.
I
You
didn't
can't not get
realise
goosebumps when he
It
says
was
that.
actually meant to be Independence Day
the
then.
weird
I
thing
thought they
is,
just named it that, and that's how they
no,
got the
no.
name for it.
No, it's because it's on Independence Day. But the thing is, I will say I got goosebumps of during that scene. But when you think about it, what they're declaring is independence
Before-
from us. Because
Not
it's
quite the
independence
same.
from the
Oh
English.
yeah. You know, I wonder
So-
would the movie be called
Still good.
St. Patrick's Day if they fought the aliens on the 17th of March? Today we celebrate
I
St.
don't-
Patrick's Day.
I don't think it's quite the same.
Patrick's Day.
Maybe for you, David, it might mean a big thing. You know, these Irishmen going, "Oh yeah, that means a lot."
It's
I'm
basically,
just
it's
like-
Independence Day, but everyone's hammered drunk, apart from the one guy that is hammered drunk in the film who's perfectly sober and doesn't crash the plane.
Yeah, it could all
Oh.
go terribly wrong.
Well, there was that one guy in Independence Day that he was pretty much drunk, and he saved the world by
So,
flying
you
his
know-
jet into the bottom
Oh,
of the
yeah,
space
that
shuttle.
Do you- but do you,
hardcore
you
dad.
know that guy? That
Uh-huh.
guy, the actor,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
went crazy after the film.
What do you mean?
What do
he
you
just
mean?
He
played his own character.
went bonkers. Oh no, he
Oh
made
wait,
his
he
character-
became a super trumper.
Oh no, it's what's, I can't remember what the
Well,
guy's
the
name is
actor
now.
went crazy. I mean,
It
the
absolutely.
Yeah, I think I heard some really like terrible stuff, and I think some of it had to do with Donald Trump, and how much I don't know. There's some crazy people who follow Trump, like some really crazy people. You know what I mean? And he turned out to be one of them. Obviously, there's
Oh,
some
wow.
crazy people. There's some crazy people who like Biden too, but you know, whatever. to
I think there's crazy people anyway, regardless of what you do. Isn't there?
Yeah,
Crazy people
yeah,
everywhere.
there's crazy people who actually
Crazies. There's
who
just
listen to
crazies.
us. You know, Timo's one of them. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, true fact.
Mm-hmm.
I think that guy,
Make America great.
that guy has been
making America great
removed.
again.
Oh no, Randy Quaid. That's...
Yes, Timo, you are a crazy bin chicken. I agree.
Oh, that's right. He's just like you. He's a skipper, skip person, skip chick, skip dude,
He's a bin chicken.
bin chicken. Is that what they're called?
Bin chicken. Well, in Australia apparently they are. Yeah, bin chickens.
I didn't know
Trying
that.
to find trying to find some of this stuff because he.
Who are you trying to find now?
Oh,
Oh, the crazy dude.
Yeah, I think it's Randy Quaid.
It is Randy Quaid.
and
That does ring a bell.
He was in he was the brother or brother-in-law in National Lampoon's Vacation and Christmas Vacation and Summer Vacation and all that kind of shit. He was just a crazy fucking redneck. But
So what are we trying? What, he just went nuts?
he's
He's Dennis Quaid's brother. Is that right?
probably.
Random.
Actually, there's a son too. Actually, your man in. Did you ever watch The Boys?
Yes.
The
series or the film?
The series.
Oh.
The series.
No.
Randy Quaid's son is actually the main guy in it. Well, the second main guy. I don't know. He gets the same amount of screen time. Really, he's the young dude. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It's handy when your son's a famous dad. You know, you end up getting parts, which is actually kind of another thing as well. There's a lot of people getting really pissed off at certain actors because they're only famous because of they've had they have famous parents.
Famous.
You know.
Yeah, but then hang on, that's not fair because all right, they're in the limelight and that, but then you could say that about Logan. Potentially, Logan's gonna be a skip
I
driver
was
if he
literally about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's when you're in that industry and when you're
Yeah.
already like if you've
It's
got
kind of
directors,
thrown on you almost. Yeah.
Well, exactly. If you've got like directors and like agents coming round to the house and you're already in that ecosystem,
Yeah,
Safe
you're going
bet.
to learn it as well, and you're going to want
Yeah.
it, aren't you?
yeah.
Whereas Logan's
And-
not going to. He's going to want to be he's already said he wants to be a lorry driver, so he's going to be a skipper. You know,
I wanted my older sons. I still want my older sons to become a truck driver because it's actually quite an easy life. If you don't have too much of a connection to where you're living, it's a great, like, it can be a fine life being a truck driver.
Yeah,
You'll save a ton of money. You can buy whatever you want. Any toy you want to buy, you can just buy it. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter if you spend your entire paycheck at all, at whatever in a day, and like you're fine. You'll make another one next week. Not as if you're going to get kicked out.
in the lorry.
Not as if
It's
you're
all
going to get kicked out of your truck or anything. You know, as long as you don't have rent and everything, it's great. I love it. I don't know. I reckon. Like, it's just that they won't do it. Like, come on, dude. Seriously, you will have the easiest life. I will guide you the entire way. I'll teach you how to back up. I'll teach you everything. All you have, if you ever get to a customer that you're confused about, you just give me a phone call. Seriously, life will be so like my life.
Did you say I've got a game for you?
What game, Chloe?
My trucking skills.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow. Hey, I'm surprised you come. Have you not put that one forward yet? Got a game for you.
I wasn't going to buy.
Was he actually trying to bite? I went for it. It's fine.
No, but seriously, I would love it as an life. Like, he could even bring his cats or dog. You know what I mean? And like, life would just be so much simpler for him if he did this. And because he's struggling right now, and they have jobs that they don't want, and they don't make that much money, just basically making a minimum wage. And I don't know. It's just like, just become a truck driver. You'll get some skills. You get some trucking skills. You could even say my trucking skills.
It's quite a. It's quite a flexible job, isn't it? As well, there's so many different types. Like in the chat, we've got Neil. He's 4 on 4 off, so he's always at home.
So 4 weeks. So 4 weeks.
No, 4 days.
4 days.
4 days off. Yeah.
Because and some people would say in America that would be 4 weeks and 4, you know. But anyway, because America is such a big place.
What, 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off?
Yeah. Wow. You know, but again, well, that's more like, maybe not. That might be extreme. Because a lot of the time.
I mean, that would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. You just pump it out for 4 weeks straight, and then 4 weeks off. That'd be great.
One thing I don't like is that when you do become a truck driver, they expect only 1 day off. All right, so basically, you're out for 2 weeks, you get 2 days off. If you're out for 4 weeks, you get 4 days off. And that, to me, that kind of sucks. And like, and I never bother with that. And like, if I'm gone for 2 weeks, I'm off for 4 days. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Fire me? That's it. So it's as simple as that. And like, it's just that this is what they like. I don't care what you like. All right. I want to do what I like. And I did this from the start. I never let anybody bully me into taking only a certain amount of time off. Just because I earned 4 days, well, I'm going to take 6. Fuck off. Get out of here. There's lots of companies out there that will hire me. So, you know, I have because truckers, we have the ball. Is that like we can kind of do what we want? when it comes to that
To
kind
an
of stuff.
extent. To an
Yeah.
extent.
To an extent, yes.
Okay.
Like I'm still making money for
Go,
them.
go on then, Tom. You look eager
Can-
to talk.
I do, yeah. So it was
We don't let
basically
you
something
often,
like
do we?
David was saying before about bringing your cats out, and it reminded me of a story that I've just recently seen.
Did you?
I don't. No, to be honest, it's actually really bad because it's an American truck driver. I was looking to see if I can try and work out where it was, but it's been reported on Mother Trucker, MUTHA Trucker. That's where I spotted it from, and so truck driver had stopped. It stopped somewhere. Like I think I want to say it's in Kansas is where I want to say, but I'm trying to find it. And he had dogs in his cab.
Dogs.
It's
Right.
Yeah, dogs. It's taking it
Dogs.
basically. He's got pet dogs. So he's got like either 2 or 3 of them, something like that, out with him. Like from what
Oh my
I gather,
God.
small dogs, like
Yeah,
like
small dogs.
Chihuahuas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Great Danes or anything.
Some woman has climbed up to try and look into his cab, slipped,
Right.
fallen off and hurt herself, called police, and basically said the dogs are in danger. The police have turned up, tried to seize the dogs. One of them's run out into the road and has been killed, and they've seized the dogs. How bad is that?
Why? Because they're living in the lorry.
Well,
Wait,
I can
So
understand.
some stranger decided to look
Is this
inside
in
this
America
random
or Britain?
person's in this random person's truck. All right, and in the truck
which
was
is
3
no
dogs.
different. Which is no different. Someone coming up to your house and looking through your living room
Yeah.
window.
Okay, all right. So this person again, she saw inside it and saw that it was 3 dogs.
She heard.
But-
She heard.
No, and there was no person in there. There was no other.
I don't think so. What I'll do is let me just see if I can quickly post that to the chat and see if one of our lovely patrons could quickly review that and see if we can get some more details from me. Because I was trying. This was one I was supposed to have. So there has been some technical difficulties today. This is technically next week's episode. Or it was some of the things haven't been fully researched yet, including this bit just here. But basically, yeah. So from what I understand, she's heard the dogs. She's trying to climb up to have a look in through the window to see what's going on,
Right.
and obviously it's a step up. She slipped off. Then
What an idiot. Yeah.
because she slipped off, she's then called the police on him, and animal control's come out. And animal control tried to basically remove the dogs. One of them's run out into traffic and got
Died.
killed.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And-
But so
How? But-
because she slipped, she was
She got angry.
she got angry because she's
Yeah.
a fucking moron. Sounds like a Karen.
he stopped
so
to get
apparently he's
food.
stopped for food. So all he's done is he's gone out.
Oh my god.
To basically he's just gone into a supermarket or something like that.
There is
And- and
a
a day.
difference between a car and a truck,
Mhm.
Yes.
isn't there? Or am I being
Yes.
wrong here in that one?
No.
Oh yeah,
You know,
no,
totally.
no.
But what is the difference, though?
Well,
What's the
I
difference
would-
with leaving
I
your
don't-
car
bigger.
running? What's the difference with leaving your car running and then jumping into the supermarket? Because you know, when dogs are inside in people's car, whatever, right? Some people have hey, you can't be leaving your dog in there. You know, do you know how hot it is and blah blah blah.
Well, if you're leaving it on with aircon, then I don't see the issue.
Yeah, but some
So
people just don't care. They just
I've
want to
taken my
interrupt
dog
people's
out with
lives
me.
because they think they're right.
I've
In the
taken
lorry,
my dog out
right?
with me in the lorry tramping. Like, so I only took him out for 3 days. I do know there's I know some people who do take the dog out but I took him out for 3 days. In that time, obviously, I went into the services and did stuff like that. I wouldn't have left him in there in a condition that I wouldn't have been comfortable being in there myself.
Yeah,
but obviously,
absolutely, because it
it's
gets
like, you
hot in
know,
there really quickly as
exactly.
well. Yeah.
Well, it can do, but it wasn't. It was, you know, I mean, this was.
This is ridiculous.
This was-
100% of people who have dogs would do the same thing.
Well, so this was 3 months ago. So this is winter, and I'm sure he's got the heater on, so the dogs will be nice and
Yeah.
warm in there. And again, same thing when I took my dog with me. He was in the cab. absolutely happy as Larry. And the thing is,
Mhm.
that was a Scania. So that was like what's like a cab over, as you would call it, David.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
it
mean,
was in Europe.
so-
It wasn't. That wasn't
So
in America.
no. This was the one that I'm
Oh,
talking
your
about.
truck.
Me, I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
But this one here, I don't know what. You'll be able to tell me what. Just if you click on the link there, you can see it almost straight away. What sort of truck is that? David's gone. He's literally just walked off.
What have you done with David?
I don't know. It's just. What the fuck is going
What
on
is
right
going
now?
on? Oh, he's back.
He's just gone for a beer.
Sod this. I ain't looking at that fucking
David,
link.
watch
You
the
go fuck off.
video. Watch
What
the video
video?
and tell us what truck that is. The link in the chat. Look at the link.
Just proves
David,
has
click
not been
the
listening
link.
to you at all.
Oh my god. All he was thinking about was beer.
I mean, I understand it.
What truck is that, David?
It's a Freightliner.
Right, so
Century
there you
class
go.
Freightliner.
So that's a big truck, right? Plenty of room in
Yeah,
there.
that's a
no
massive truck
problems
to
at
have a
all.
dog. Yeah. I don't see the issue in it. Some
No.
people just like to be busybodies, though, don't they?
But why? Why is it right? So I park when I park on fuck's sake,
That's like the noisiest beer in the world.
who are people driving to work, listening to this at like 2:00 in the morning, like 4:00 in the morning on a Monday, and all they can hear is
David's
David
just
pouring
topped
a
his
beer
beer.
out.
I've got a
What a
Prosecco.
wanker. What a wanker. I've got Pepsi for those people who are listening. That's what I'm drinking. Because I'm a
Lightweight.
responsible adult. Yeah, no, I'm not big.
You are
Exactly,
not a
big up-
responsible
big up to
adult.
Pepsi. But so I park on like around the corner, and I've had multiple complaints, presumably from the same woman who complains about me parking on there. But
Yes,
Cars
you said
park
about
on there.
that. Yeah.
so why is it when it's a truck, everyone suddenly gets up in arms about it? Like I was going
It's
through
easy to
Birmingham.
blame, though, in noticeable, isn't it? Like, I've parked once before.
You're an eyesore.
Like I've done it slightly naughty to do a Logan pickup. Like, I was running late, so I literally just went, I'm just gonna dump it on the double yellows, put the hazards on, blah blah blah, run down and get the child.
Beacons.
But
do
there's
whatever
loads
the
of
fuck,
cars
what,
that
fuck I
park
want
there.
lights.
Yeah, well, but unfortunately, because I've got EMS on the side with a telephone number, they don't ring my boss. But any cars, there's like normally about 4 or 5 cars that park along there. Absolutely fine. Crack on. Do what you want. No, Mark Lorry, I can fucking have you.
You should
So-
you should replace that number with
did you
your
not
own
say
cell phone
I had
number.
my beacons on.
But yeah, I was
No.
like, I had my beacons on. I had my hazards on. I'm allowed to. I was
I was
waiting
inspecting a
for
site.
a job
I was,
to
I
pick
was
up
on
my
site.
child.
when I first started truck driving, I didn't know a lot of the unwritten rules or something. I have no idea, but as in like, so I did a ton of stuff that I wouldn't do now, only because now I know it was wrong.
Should have dropped the skip.
And yeah, there you go. No, like I used to park
That's a
That's a
outside.
really good idea.
I used to park outside my house because it was on a truck route. All right, in the town, like I lived in the village, and I wasn't. It's a small town. All right, and I used to park kind of outside my house, but and I felt like it was okay because I was it was on a truck route, so I didn't do anything illegal or anything. And just one day, a cop, like I was parked there for months and months, and I would only ever parked there for one night a week, maybe, you know. And the cop, like, he just kind of looked at me and said, "What are you doing parking here?" I'm like, "Why not? It's on a truck route. You can't park there, dude." Just, I was like, "Oh, I can't." I'm like, I know, it's like I just thought it would be fine.
But why?
You know,
Yeah,
it's
was there any explanation?
it was right. It's right next to a house. It was right next. You know, it was like you're in a bloody residential, and like there was no law. I don't know if there was a law. Like obviously,
Yeah.
sometimes we believe that there's. I don't know if there was a law. I don't know the law. You know what I mean? I just thought like, hey, it's on a truck route. It doesn't say no parking. But again, maybe he was just a cop.
Yeah, I would
I don't know.
park
But there was another one too, where again, these are the things that I used to back in the day on a center medium. You know, where basically it's. Do you guys have that where you can, if you ever want to make a left-hand turn, you're kind of getting out of the lane of traffic, and you kind of make your left-hand turn in
Some
this middle lane?
roads would have
All right,
a
so
separate lane. Yeah,
We have
Yeah.
tons of those. So what I used to is that I would just park there and go to a restaurant, go get some fast food, and
Good
come
lad.
back in again. Because
Yeah.
I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not blocking any entrances. I'm not blocking a
Everyone
lane.
get past, yeah.
You know what I mean? As in, like, so that's what I used to, but I couldn't do it now. I don't know about it for some reason. As in, like, I've heard people complain about it, and like, oops, oopsie daisy. There's I can't think of it right now, but there's the amount of stuff that I used to.
Well, we get it. Like, if you're doing wagon drag, obviously you've got to drop your trailer somewhere because you've got to go and get skips to reload it, things like that.
I'm guessing EMS doesn't mark them things up.
No, our trailers are not marked up.
Yeah,
Obviously, the skips that go on them potentially are, but normally, like, we have had it a few times where we'll go, oh, that's a perfect place to park a trailer. Cars can park there. Technically, my trailer's got an MOT. You know, it's got its tax disc and everything. So why can't it park there? There's no reason I can't. So we'll put it there, and then my boss will get a phone call, and then they'll be like, yeah, that I'll ring them and let them know. It's fine. Just let me know what reg it is. By that point, we've pretty much done our job. We're back there. We're loading it anyway. By the time we get a phone call, they don't give a shit. At the end of the day, and we've had it before where we've had building sites that are, you know, when they're towards the end of the building site, and then everything this side is all now residential and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I might have
And
on the
even though they have a new build house, they have a brand new house, they're aware they're on a construction site, and they're aware that if you don't go there, they're going to live on a construction site for the rest of their lives. If they want to live on an estate with it all nice, with the grass and like the paved roads, guess what needs to happen? We need to go in. So stop complaining.
So I've done it before, where you leave it on one of those roads, and then you'll get complaints, and they're like, "You can't park there." It's like, well, actually, I'm going to park there. You need to fucking wait so I can get on and do these skips, so that your next lot of houses are built. Yes.
If you leave your trailer, is the trailer actually parked? Wait, can a trailer get a parking ticket?
Yes.
Wait, it can?
Why? Of course it can.
Well, why couldn't it?
I don't know.
I mean, technically, when I had a motorbike...
What if it doesn't have a registration?
When I had a motorbike, you could technically, flag that if you got a ticket, it blew off in the wind.
Really?
And then you get a ticket for littering?
How many times did you do that?
A few times. So yeah, motorbike.
Ever since I got a $450 parking ticket, I've been very skeptical of where I can
You
park.
said about that. You're very skeptical. Yeah, no, I can understand that. So no, I'll normally park within the law, except for the odd one school pickup. Won't be doing that again.
Why not?
But normally, just people like to pick on you because
whereas as a tipper driver, if I fit, I sit. That's that. Beacons on. We're sitting here.
Yeah, you and your coach bays, isn't it?
We're all good. Wait, they have bays for coaches now?
Tom, we've talked about this. You know they do.
They do? Where are they?
At truck stops?
Yes.
At truck stops? The coaches have bays.
The closest to the door.
They do.
So when you're thinking, I'm really desperate for that poo, I'm going to go park as close as I can.
Yeah, the one I always go in.
Bay.
No, I don't think so. I've never seen.
It's a coach bay.
Don't think I've ever seen a sign saying coaches. Never looked. I never will.
I did a delivery once of a Ro-Ro, and I thought, it's the only place I can put it. There was no one there, so I put it in the coach bay. They kicked right off.
Did they?
I put it down, left it, fucked off.
Funny thing is, when you're 6'10", never have that issue. Just saying.
I didn't. I normally get it. People try and start on me, and then they'll kind of get to the door. I had it once where when you think you've got room, so you pull out, and then suddenly someone comes hurtling up, because even though they can see you from miles away, it's still, they're still going to come hurtling up and prove a point. And then he was obviously that pissed off that he followed me into the next junction where I was going to take this bin, and they pulled up right next to me, and I was like, I looked in my mirror thinking, oh fuck, he's going to get out and give me some. Anyway, gets out, rolls over like this, looks up and goes, oh shit, it's a lass. And all these men are around on this site, and he's going, oh fuck, I better not start on her.
I'm about to have the shit kicked out of me.
Why? What have you done?
No,
him?
It was me and you.
He does. That guy, yeah. He's literally just looks up and goes, oh, I can't start on her, can I? Oh shit.
I have a story to tell you. That's just happened.
Go on, then.
So I won't name any companies. I won't name the quarry, nothing like that, because it's all kind of what I want. But we went to a quarry. I think I might have told you about this on chat. We went to a quarry and early in the morning, and there's a bit of like, so there's etiquette when you're queuing up with tippers. There is a certain etiquette to it. You don't jump the queue because at the end of the day you're quick on, but there are some people that will arrive early. So like they'll be starting arriving like at 3 a.m. and stuff like that. And so we arrived because we've got a 2-hour drive to this site, and so we arrived later on, and there's basically a holding area, and the advice is if the holding area is full, just come straight into the quarry, and we'll get parked to one side. So we got there. There's 3 of us in tandem, and saw the thing was full, so went straight in. And the lad on the weight bridge, he started tapping his computer stuff. I said, "So what? Just go on up, get loaded now." And so I said to him, "Hey, we're at end of the queue, so we're not. There's all them other guys." He said, "Well, don't worry about it. Just go on up, get loaded. By the time that they're in, you'll be about ready to go." So he's doing us a favour because it helps them out because they've got less trucks to kind of go out, and it helps us out. So obviously we're going. So I said, "If you're sure, that's not a problem at all." So I went up, and so did the other 2 trucks behind us, and then we started getting looks as the truck started coming in, and people were not happy with us. And in fairness, we jumped the queue. So I drove down, got on the weighbridge. By the way, David, you're about to have to beep something.
Are you going to say moist?
Yeah. And then next driver, another lad, went down. Then female driver went down, and one of the drivers coming up called her a fucking cunt and started giving her fucking abuse. Like, properly started giving her abuse. Didn't stop me. Didn't stop lad behind us. Said something to her.
Just picked on the woman.
She's a fucking disgrace. Honestly, if I'd seen that, I'd have, yeah. I'd have done. I don't know if the guy was having a bad day, but there's no need for it. There's no need for it at all. So, in the day, we're all here to do a job. Why go at someone like that? Why? Even if why? What's the point of that?
But it makes no sense from their point of view to push you through to help it out, because I've had it not quite the same. It wasn't lorry related. It was in a supermarket, and it was busy. And
not quite the same. It was in a supermarket.
Not quite the same. But I had some miserable old bags, and there was obviously a massive queue. I'd been waiting for a while, but I was like, meh, it is what it is. You can't help it. And this one till lady said, "Oh, do you want us to come over here and I'll get you through really quickly because you've been waiting a while?" I was like, "Oh, sweet, no worries." So she pulls me over to this other, like the other checkout, which is over where the cigarettes are and all that. Well, there's other people that have been waiting there in a big queue. There's about 6 of them. And then she just drags me over and just starts clicking me out. And this old woman starts going, "Excuse me, you've just pushed in." I'm like, "Well, not really. I've been waiting for a while." And she's like, like all they see is what they see. They just like have tunnel vision on. Anyway, they've just jumped the queue. That's the problem. They don't look at the bigger picture. And I'm like, "Look, I'm sorry. I've not pushed in. If it's that much of a fucking big deal, you can go first. I don't give a shit." I was like, but at the end of the day, they're trying to do their job. She's doing the right thing by trying to push through. I've got a bigger order than you, what you've got. She's trying to get me the fuck out of the way so they can crack on with their day. You know, and it's the same sort of thing with tippers.
It's looking at the big picture, and that's exactly what this lad did. Exactly the same thing. Wow, that actually was the same, but without trucks. I'm genuinely impressed.
Trolley version, At the end of the day, you've got to look at the bigger picture, and sometimes drivers or stupid old women don't always look at the bigger picture. See, it was a metaphor, a big metaphor. It was perfect.
I kind of think that what I was just about to say. I was like, oh wait, I kind of wish I said it before that story because mine was more like still funny.
Oh no,
no, it was. Have you ever seen that? Well,
I've ruined it.
No, it's Tom who's ruined it because he said it before I could say it. But no, it was more of because Tom was so tall. All right, he kind of like nobody wants to mess with a big guy because God knows, you know what I mean. But have you ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm? All right.
No, I've seen clips of it.
Okay, so you've seen clips of it. Yeah, and you may have seen the same clips. I've never watched it either, but I've seen some clips. So the main character is David something or another. I can't remember what his name is, whatever, right? But he's learned that if you wear a MAGA hat, you get away with stuff. All right, you get your own way.
What's a MAGA hat?
A MAGA hat is "Make America Great Again." All right, it's basically
Larry
Donald
David.
Trump's slogan.
Right.
All right, and if you ever wear a MAGA hat, you're going to get some abuse and you're going to get a lot of looks because basically, to most people, from what I can gather, to most people, it basically means you're a racist and you hate a lot of people. All right. You hate a lot of, but that's basically what it means to a lot of people. So in the show, he would be at a sushi bar. He was at the carousel part or whatever, where the food is going across, whatever. And so he had his hat sitting on the chair next to him. And then some people go like, "Oh, great, fantastic. We get a seat at the bar." And then he puts the hat on. And then they were like, "Oh, well, let's go sit somewhere else," kind of thing, And another time, he ended up cutting off a biker because I do believe bikers are pretty notorious for being supporters of Trump. All right, and that's whatever you support, whatever you support. But as in, like, so this is just the stereotype. So he cut somebody off, So he cut this biker off, and then the biker pulled up next to him like, "Roll your window down, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you," and blah blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. But then he reached over and he put his hat on, and like, "All right, you better you be careful next time," kind of thing. Yeah, I get it. It's just it's funny.
Do you know Kirby Enthusiasm helped someone get off a murder charge?
I did. He was at a baseball game. Yeah, he was at a baseball game. So he was at a murder. He was getting charged for murder. All right, but he told like I wasn't there. I was at a baseball game. All right, and because
the charges were bogus. Like I think someone had said that they'd seen him, but it was bollocks basically. Wasn't it?
But what? And he was actually on the program.
He was in the audience. He was watching a baseball game, and he happened to be. They couldn't catch the video from the security footage. They couldn't capture him. They couldn't prove it or anything. And then he mentioned actually they were recording Curb Your Enthusiasm that night. All right, and he actually saw the main character. So they ended up looking through the footage and of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the footage.
I think he'd seen it in prison. Like,
he got that far.
I'm sure the episode came on when he was in prison, and it was like, "That's the baseball game."
That sounds better than what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, let's go where you said.
Can you imagine going to your lawyers and go, "Just check out that show. I'm in it."
They're in. Look, that was that night.
Yeah.
That's the ball game.
There's the proof that I wasn't there killing all those people. Yeah, there you go.
Well, they found him. They went through all the footage because they'd gone through. It was like a national game, wasn't it? And so they went through all the footage from whoever, like the people who actually recorded it, and they didn't catch him once anywhere, or like no clear shots. They'd seen where he was, but there was no evidence to kind of. And then they went through the Kirby Enthusiasm. It was like there he is in the background.
Right there.
But the thing is, I think he was like behind them. How did he not see that they were recording a TV show ahead?
There you go. Because a lot of times, I'm sure they were videotaping from a distance and they were zooming in on him. You know what I mean? Because you're at it's a real game,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, technology's quite clever for that sort of shit.
So that makes sense.
All
yeah.
right, so
Zoomy in shit.
So they just he just had a microphone on, and then just like they were just recording from across the pitch. Okay, fair enough. That's kind of
sounds about right. I mean, they're not going to get in the way of the football game, are they? Or basketball, whatever it was.
Baseball.
No?
It was.
Baseball.
I think it was baseball. Yeah. Have you heard of baseball?
What you were on about? Yeah.
Have you heard of baseball?
Oh no, I think it's soft. Isn't that where you've got the big hand things?
The big hand things.
It
yes,
is it's the one with the big.
You know
hand
exactly.
Things.
The big.
We call it
big hand
softball,
things.
don't we?
No, softball is softball.
Different.
Baseball is baseball. Okay, they're very similar.
Well, they both got big hand things.
All there is, the difference between softball and baseball is,
you know that bollocks, right?
How you pitch
Softball
it.
and baseball.
How you pitch it. It's the size of the ball and how you pitch it. Basically,
Right,
otherwise the rules are pretty much basically the same. Yeah. It's
Right. I was about to say
because a lot of time it's underhand.
and it wasn't very
softball
soft.
is underhand. Yeah, no,
No,
they're not very
it's
soft.
not soft at all. No.
No,
Softball doesn't have a bat, does it? I don't think.
No, softball has a bat. It has a bat. It
Does
just
it?
has a. It's basically just a slower pitch. It's a bigger ball.
I know my
and a
brother
slower
used to
pitch.
play it because I used to play catch with a big giant hand.
You're
but
thinking
that's
of
all I
rounders.
remember.
You might be thinking of rounders.
No, maybe.
All right, because you
you're
can
right.
play. You can
That
play
works.
rounders with anything. You can play t-ball. You know, t-ball is no actual pitcher. You just gotta put a ball on top of a stick
What's
and hit the
t-ball?
ball. That's what kids play because a lot
Isn't
of
that
times.
for blind people?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
for blind people. No, it's for kids.
It's for what?
When they're first starting off playing baseball, they put a ball on top of a stick and then hit the ball. Just like it, But anyway, yeah.
What did she say?
She said blind people. Isn't it for blind people?
What?
This reminds me
Never
of something.
watched a film where they have the ball and then you've got they're like, I can't remember what film it is, and they're like, keep an eye on the ball, like not an eye, literally keep your ear on the ball, and then it's like buzzing on this big stick, and then they hit it, but then they miss and hit someone in the groin. Have you not
Right.
seen that
Okay.
film?
But then
What's that from?
what? How
I
would
don't
right?
know,
Okay.
Chloe.
Because right. So, but blind people need a stick to go around. They wouldn't know which direction to
No,
run.
because your senses are like heightened.
They're
aren't
not-
they? Your ears.
It's not fucking Daredevil. That's not how
You've
blindness
got-
works.
You've got a ball on a stick, and the
So,
ball's making
Chloe,
buzzy
Chloe,
noise.
sorry, Tom.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Yeah, your
giving her
senses
too
do
much of
get
a hard time
heightened.
because a lot of blind people do actually have a minor version of sonar. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But a ball on a thing.
Yeah.
There's
Ball
one.
on a stick.
I will say I've watched a video and there was a guy and he did a click and he could hear it and he could tell how big
Yeah.
the room was and where stuff was. So yeah, fair enough. I can go with that. However, hitting a ball on a thing and then in an open field running and trying to find the direction that you're supposed to go because you're supposed to run to bases. So how do you know where the bases are if you're blind?
Well, maybe they've got someone at
How
each
do-
piece
how
going,
do the-
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
How do the
Two,
catchers
two, two,
catch the
two,
ball
two.
and find
You
the
know?
ball if they do actually hit it?
Think about that. I didn't think about that. I
Maybe
know,
they're-
Chloe. I don't think this would work. I don't think this would work.
This actually kind of reminds me of a story that Chloe wanted to bring up regarding protein. So I'm going to let
Oh, no.
Chloe, I'm going to let Chloe take over here.
You want to hear this one, do you?
Oh, I absolutely do.
no.
I think you should share it
not
to
in the
to
pre-show?
the public.
You what, Tom?
Was this not in the pre-show? Or
It
the
was.
kind of the
I
recordings
don't
before?
know.
I haven't decided what
I
I'm going to put, but I probably not.
Yes, you
So-
do. You're going to put my
Right.
monkey hangers bit in.
Of course,
So
I'm going
I
to put that
told
in.
you... Oh, no, I've glitched out. Hang on.
Oh, wow. I think
Can
you
you
need to
still hear
wiggle
me?
your cable, Chloe.
No.
Wiggle
Can
your
you still hear
cable,
me?
Chloe.
If you, we
Hang
can
on.
still hear you, but she may have to
gonna
leave
have
and
to
come back.
Chloe, wiggle your
Oh.
cable.
Oh.
Wiggle more.
Have you tried turning it
I'm
on and off
wiggling.
again?
Have you tried turning off and on again?
Have you tried
Hang on.
updating Windows?
No. There we go.
That was
Right,
another
don't
one I
touch
used to have to
things.
do when I was there.
Don't
Yeah.
touch
So, yeah,
things.
just don't touch it. Don't touch
All
it.
right. So tell
Right.
everybody
So-
about. Yeah.
Right, so Daryl's been trying to get me, like, he wants to do Huel, which is like a protein Huel, which is it's like a powder, like a protein powder, and you get meals. Is there a way of potentially doing diet or eating healthily? Oh, what is going on with my camera? Right, I'm not touching it. I promise. I'm not moving.
I don't think it's protein powder for dieting.
Right,
It
well,
is.
this is
Well,
this is a different
it's
one.
for
So it's
getting
protein
muscles.
powder, but it's got like minerals and
gonna
all
say.
sorts.
So
of it.
feeding
This
your
one's
muscles.
different.
Sorry.
Yeah, so this one's slightly different. So you have like a protein powder, one a day, and then you have a meal at night. Anyway, I didn't want to do it because he tried to make me try it, and it freaked me out a little bit because what I thought was protein wasn't the same protein. So I thought of meat because it's protein, and he said, well, you got to make sure you wash out your shaker soon because otherwise it goes minging and stinks, and it's like, proper protein. So I thought, well, it's meat. It's meat juices. So I thought, and then it was like, but there's like fudge brownie and salted caramel and
Cookies and
cinnamon
cream.
swirl and all these cookies and cream. And I'm like, why would you want to turn meat juices into something sweet? It's a savoury thing, surely. And I didn't understand it, so I tried it, and I was
Great
like,
town.
it's weird. It's weird. I don't like it. Anyway, obviously it's not meat juices.
But what is it?
It's like whey, isn't it?
Whey protein.
Whey protein, like the curds and whey. Like
So
whey.
basically, Chloe thought
So it is still
that
meat juices
all-
potentially.
that all
like the
protein
milk.
shakes were made out of bacon and beef and chicken.
Not necessarily bacon, beef,
whatever,
and chicken. Just
But is that really that outrageous to kind of think that? Because
I-
again,
thanks,
as we said
Tom.
before,
It was funny, but then I started thinking about it, and like, well, actually, just because Chloe doesn't know something, doesn't mean that she should get mocked for it, or I may give her a hard time for it, because there's definitely some stuff that I thought, like, oh, really? Oh, I just presumed that's what
So
it was,
This
Like,
came about because someone else was on Huel at work, and obviously Daryl's been trying to get me to do it for ages because he wants to do it, and I finally agreed to it. And he's like, "Oh, it's nice that someone else influences you." And I was like, "Well, actually, no. This is the reason why I didn't want to do it." And to me, meat juices freaked me out. Like, why would you want to have meat juices that are flavored sweet? Why would you want that?
yeah. And David, just to kind of put something on what you said before, I'm a big believer. You're not stupid to ask a question. You're stupid to not want to know the answer.
Yeah.
no.
That's
Good
what
that should be on a
stupid is.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
I
That
like
should be a
it.
t-shirt. That's literally
I like it.
that literally sums up the podcast.
It kind of makes sense. But then you do think there are, like, I remember when I was at Travis Perkins, one of the coffee machine, it did Bovril. And like there were people who would have
Yeah,
that,
that's
and I'm just
weird.
like, but why? Why would you have that?
That's
That's not
that,
great.
right? Did I tell you that so I went out with the driver today, and he was showing me a selection. So he goes, "Oh yeah, I just drive around with hot water now." So Rob, if you're listening, hi, I'm taking the piss. He basically said, "Oh yeah, there's my coffee selection," and then he goes, "There's my OXO cubes."
I love it. I love it
It's
so
like,
much.
Why would you have
Isn't
OXO
it-
cubes?
but
He's
isn't that
like,
basically
to make a drink
soup?
out of?
Isn't that
What
like
do you
more
mean
condensed?
to make a drink
No.
out of?
No, it's not soup.
Because soup is basically just flavored. It's just like salt water, isn't it?
Yeah, but like Bovril,
But
right? That's
it's
an
got
actual.
delicious bits in soup.
Well, so does
Yeah.
Oxford.
Yeah.
Or Bovril,
But
what is it?
Bovril is like
Is it not
meat
just
juices.
gravy? Are you not just drinking light gravy?
That's what OXO is, surely. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
broth gravy.
No, I've
You
never
just
done
drink
it.
Just light
that.
gravy.
Yeah, I can see it being. I can see it being very delicious. I really can.
Really?
Yeah, but I won't do
Really?
it because I like to look out for my health somehow, and I don't want to die.
But then I've learned since, I told Daryl the story, and then I've learned since that his brother used to lick OXO cubes. And I've also established that Cilla Black used to eat OXO cubes as a treat. So it was obviously a weird thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've eaten weird shit, but
I used to get a
OXO
little
cubes
peckish
in hot
and
water.
eat Tums. You know the indigestion pills.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. I
They're,
get that.
they're actually kind of tasty.
Really?
Yeah,
They're good.
But
yeah.
the thing is, I ate so many of them, I ended up getting kidney stone.
What a bad tummy.
Well,
Oh shit!
yeah,
Oh no!
because they're full of what's it called? The bone shit. What's the? I can't remember. They're
It's
full
to
of
stop
something.
your tummy doing weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
but
with kidney
it's not
stones.
full of iron. I can't remember what it was, but I ended up with, for like 2 days. I had a really sore back. Then I realized actually it's not really my back. It's just like so I
Did you
couldn't
have to
sleep
wee
one
him
night.
out?
So it wasn't that bad to where but he did
Right.
they did. I went to the doctor at like 3 a.m. because I just couldn't sleep because I was in so much pain. So he like there's nobody at the hospital. I was like, oh, apparently people don't get sick in the middle of the night. Okay, cool, lucky me. So I go in and like I think I have I think I got my back is really sore, blah blah blah, and like so why'd you come here in the middle of the night? Well, because I can't sleep and I feel like it could get worse. So which means in his head, I was like, so you're looking for painkillers? Is that what you're looking? Again, this is what I thought.
You're a
and, like,
druggie.
no, and like I just feel like I feel like there's a kidney stone going to come out because I've googled it. All right, and then eventually he did a bunch of tests and everything. I'm like, turns out you're right. You have a kidney stone.
Normally, when
pass.
you turn around and say you've Googled it, my diagnosis, they go, oh, "Fuck off, you fucking idiot."
I know, right? I wanted to make sure. I just didn't want to go into. Have you ever seen that one episode where Joey and
Yes.
was pushing.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
And that's
when
what I was
Rachel's
thinking of.
giving birth at the, or was it
Exactly.
Phoebe giving birth at the same time when he's in there giving birth?
I didn't want that to
Kidney
happen, so I
stones.
wanted to catch it early. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, but again, it wasn't major. It was just more really uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But they did give me like a funnel with a sieve, and every time I had to urinate, I had to do it into that, and then eventually I was supposed to catch the stone, but it never happened. But
So
whatever.
doctors don't always hear what you say. So once I got bit by this horse, right, like a really bad bite, like a full on bit by a horse, and I went into the doctor for something else, and I said, "Oh, while I'm here, can you just check this horse bite?" And they were like, "Oh, it happens it's quite common this time of year," and just was like, "Don't
To
worry
get a
about
horse
it.
bite?
Just take a bit of yeah."
No, they're thinking
I didn't click.
horsefly.
Exactly. I didn't click, and I was there going, "Oh,
Oh.
right, oh, okay, yeah, no worries." I was out of there like, what? Like, how is a
All right,
horse
you
bite?
didn't get it checked. You were like, right, yeah. Like, horses bite people frequently this time of year. Little bastards.
I walked out and got in the car, and I was thinking, what? I'm so confused right now. I was like, how many people get bit by
Yeah, but imagine
Turns
how
out,
confused
horsefly
they would
bite.
have been if you lifted up your arm and showed them this huge purple bite. And
So
they're
I've
like,
still got,
what the
I've still got like a massive like fluid lump from it. Like I've got like
Oh,
massive
wow.
like both arms have been bitten by horses, so I've got quite chunky arms, and a lot of that is like weird fluid buildup, like solid from like where I've been bitten by horses, and they just went, "Oh, it's quite common this time of year," and I was thinking,
It's like going with a
What?
broken
So,
leg.
like, how
I got a
people
broken leg.
come
Oh, that's
in?
quite common this year. Yeah, just walk it off. Walk it off. You'll be fine.
literally, it just reminded me of that. I don't know why, but it was like when you self-diagnosis, isn't it? And I just remember walking out going, I don't think they quite understood. And you know when you like you don't want to correct them, you're just like, all right, yeah, no worries.
I
Thanks
mean,
for letting me know."
surely you could have just lifted up your arm and like...
Yeah, but I
and
didn't
the-
quite understand what she was on about when she said it. She was like, yeah, it's quite common. I was like,
I love it.
what?
So, horses, they sneak into your house, they'll go for you, don't worry.
Bloodthirsty bastards.
They die off in a few months.
So yeah, apparently it was quite common. So I went, okay, no worries, thanks for that. Bit of antihistamine, we're
horse.
good. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Just reminded me of
Jesus
that.
Christ.
I think
Oh.
I think that's the end of the show.
Holy
I
shit.
don't know how long we've been going for.
Wait. Chloe, David's the one ending it.
I know,
David
David's getting
has
bored.
ended
I'm only ending
Oh,
because
what have we? Hang
had-
on, David. Who's coming this week? Have we got some special landscaper coming back, or you know?
Yeah.
Who are we paying for?
What?
Wait,
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We don't have to end it. I'm going to take a piss. I'm going to take a piss.
David, go
That's
on.
why.
Oh,
I'm ending
okay.
it. All right. So yeah. Yeah.
Do you think, Chloe, that when he's
What?
talking about his landscaper from last week,
Oh no, what?
do you think it wasn't a landscaper, he had a manscaper coming round? I don't know.
What to do his lady garden?
I'm just saying, right? We don't actually know. He was saying someone was coming down to like kind of do landscaping or something, but the guy was only supposed to be coming down for an hour.
I mean,
so
we might have misheard him. I'm not
we
going to
might
lie.
have done, yeah.
It does
Yeah.
happen, you know.
See, the funny thing is, because he's not here right now, not listening
We
to
can
this
say
part,
anything.
he
When
is-
he has to
has
edit
no
this,
idea.
he's going
It's
to
only
love
at
us.
the end.
Brazilian style. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So
Exactly.
I can imagine that. Yeah. Do you reckon he straightens it like he does his beard?
What, it just grows on?
Is it as long?
Oh my god, we can't put this in the podcast.
They can, because the thing is, right, he'll have no idea. It's only when he gets
He
back.
won't listen
we'll just,
properly, no.
Right. So those people who are listening, we're just going to finish the podcast at the end of this. David will not have any idea
won't
what's
have a clue.
happened until he listens
He
to the
probably
end of
won't
the
even
podcast.
listen properly. He'll probably just go, there's sound in that bit, quality
I'm
tracks
sure.
out.
I'm sure at the end of this podcast there's going to be a comment from David. Right, okay,
Oh,
we're
he's
finishing
back.
now. Right, well, that's it. Thank you very much for listening, everyone.
What did you talk
Um,
about? Seriously?
Oh, he wants to keep going,
No,
does he?
it's-
Oh no, we
it's-
can
it's
crack
all
on for
good.
another half an hour now. I don't care.
No,
'cause
no,
all,
no, we're
all I've
finished
been
now.
concentrating on
No.
was my bladder. I'm like,
No, we're finished. No, that's it. We're finished now. We're done with the episode. Thank you so much for listening. If
That's
you
a
haven't
shame.
listened,
Hold on.
How did you
Really?
get this far?
Am I being punished?
But we shall. No, it's okay. It's okay. We shall
Wait,
see
no,
you.
hold on. If I wasn't editing this, I can make this last longer, and I can put in all the stuff that you said right before the podcast. So you sure
We'll
you want to play with the editor?
We'll play with the editor. We'll play with the editor.
I learned that Cilla Black used to eat hers. She used to eat
Interesting. Did she
like,
advertise them? too?
oxo cubes.
This is your one from Blind Date, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cilla Black?
I thought she was Australian, but she's not. She's Liverpudlian, isn't she?
She's a proper Scouser.
I know, I
You
thought
thought
she
she
was
was
Australian.
Australian, you dickhead.
You know your one who she was a host of England's Got Talent or something, or but she's like really really hot, but you couldn't understand
Britain's
a
Got
word
Talent.
she said. Is it?
Oh,
whatever.
Cheryl Cole?
There we go. That is, she's hilarious. How her voice, her accent is something else entirely.
Wait, hey, man.
Full on.
She's a fucking Geordie like.
Geordie?
You want a tab? Yeah.
Is that Geordie is what?
Is she like that though? She's
Well, that's the best Geordie accent I can do. Don't, for the love of fuck, do not put that out there. I will get shot by all. If I go to Newcastle, I'll be fucking hung. Well, no, that'd be more.
You might as well have just done the work yourself, edited it, and posted it yourself. If you're going to tell me not to do something, all right?
It's either that or fucking. Is it which? Where is it? The monkey hangers are fucking.
Oh, God,
fucking
Tom,
monkey hangers,
stop.
like
Monkey
Is it
hangers? What's a
Hartlepool?
monkey hanger?
a monkey hanger.
it's meant to be like racist, isn't
I
it?
think it's.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude!
Yeah, don't.
Oh no! It's their fault though. It's
For
racist,
what, hang-
but it's their fault.
It's no worse than
Yeah.
learning my child is
Explain this, dude.
racist, so it's
Explain
fine.
Right. Listen, there's okay with a bit of racism. Oh God! Well, we're getting cancelled. Yay!
You're getting cancelled because
right.
I'm not the one who says it
So-
because I'm planning on being really, really, really
Where's-
famous, and all
where's-
this evidence will never be.
One
will
second.
never- so
Don't do
I
it
can't remember
again.
what monkey hangers. It's Hartlepool, so it is, and it's basically what happened was in Hartlepool. Somehow there was monkeys. They found these monkeys, and they thought they were French spies, so they hung them for being spies, but they were just monkeys. So everyone calls them monkey hangers now.
okay,
It's yeah. That's the whole story.
No,
At the end of the day,
still
if you're going to
haven't.
hang a monkey, guess what? Someone's going to take the piss out of you for it, and that's going to last for. Let's see how many years it was. Let's see what when it happened.
It's like 50 years ago.
Yeah, actually,
sorry.
I didn't realise this. They've got a monument to the monkey.
no.
Poor
fucking thing.
monkeys.
Um,
Can you imagine
yeah.
them being interrogated and they're just going, "George, eat a leaf."
trying to find out when
No,
they
they'd
actually
be
did it.
How
The
long? are you
hanging
gonna
of the Hartlepool monkey. It was just one of them. So it was during the Napoleonic Wars. A shipwrecked monkey was
They're not
hung by
monkey killers then. There was only one monkey.
Geordie
Right.
is Newcastle.
Yes, they still killed
Okay.
one. They killed
They're not
one monkey, right?
hangers. They just,
No, right.
unfortunately,
So legend,
got a little
it says
bit confused
legend
by a
has
monkey.
it.
That's easily done.
Legend has it that during the Napoleonic Wars of the early 19th century, a shipwrecked monkey was hung by the people of Hartlepool, believing him to be a French spy. To this day, people from Hartlepool are affectionately, not racistly known as monkey hangers.
Well, isn't it the same sort of
See?
thing?
Not racist.
Fair enough. For all we know, this could be actually on the actual show. I have no idea.
Oh, it's better than what Logan said this week, though, isn't it?
We shall see you next time.
Fighting talk. I
Take
want
care.
to see what
Goodbye.
happens.